Welcome to Travel Tutor. In this episode, we're going to look at the top 5 business class airlines. At number 5, we have United's new Polaris. This is available on the 777-300ER or the 767-300ER. This is as of right now. They're working on expanding this across the entire fleet. They have all seating with direct aisle access, which is becoming par for the course these days. The middle section, they have the alternating configuration where you have the option to sit next to your companion, or if you're traveling alone, to have a bit more privacy. If you look at the photo on the bottom left-hand side, you'll notice the one row has the 2 seats together and the consoles on the aisle. And then the next row has the opposite setup where the consoles are in the middle section and then the seats are in the aisle. They also have the new Polaris lounge with rest areas, sleeping pods, and showers. And there's a lot of buzz around their bedding. It's all branded Saks Fifth Avenue, and it's touted to be some of the most luxurious in the skies. A tip, the best seats are the odd number windows as they offer a bit of extra privacy. So just like we just looked at in the middle section where they have the alternating setup, they do in the single aisles as well. So the one aisle, you'll have the seat next to the window and the console in the aisle. And then the next row will be opposite, where the seat is on the aisle and the console is next to the window. So of course, the ones where the seat is directly next to the window are the more desirable ones because they give you more privacy. So those are the odd numbered rows. So just be sure to select those ones. At number 4, we have EVA Airways 777. So this configuration is slightly different than United's, where they use what's known as a reverse herringbone. If you notice the middle photograph, which is actually an Air Canada cabin, I just put this there as an example to see what reverse herringbone looks like. So you'll notice that all the seats point inwards away from the aisle. Again, that's to give you a little bit more privacy. And all the rows are the same that way, so there's no alternating configurations here. EVA is also known for having quite luxurious bedding, and they're also known for having quite good Wi-Fi. So if you're looking for a flight where you can accomplish a lot of work, look at EVA Airways. And they also offer high-end champagne, similar to what is normally seen in a first-class cabin, like Dom Perignon or Veuve Clicquot. A tip, fly on the Hello Kitty aircraft, where everything is themed Hello Kitty. You can check available routes at evakitty.com. At number 3, we have Etihad's Business Studio. You'll see this on their A380s and 787 Dreamliners. So they have both forward and rear-facing seats with a staggered configuration. And they also offer an extra privacy panel you can pull across to give you kind of the feeling of being more in a suite, which you would find in first class rather than business class. On the A380s, they also offer the lobby lounge and bar. So this is kind of an area where people can get up and get a drink and mix, stretch their legs, which is great on long haul flights. And one of the best things about Etihad is that they offer dine on demand. So most airlines will dictate the meal times in advance, and you're served or not served, I guess, depending on your preference, at predetermined times. But not on Etihad business class. You can eat whenever you like. You can just order your meals right on the console and they'll bring them whenever you say, essentially. And of course, they have the chauffeur service, which is the car service. They pick you up in your origin and take you to the airport. And then same once you arrive to your destination, they'll take you to your hotel or wherever it is you're going. A tip, couples should select the forward-facing seats in the middle section as they're closest together. Etihad, like United, has the alternating configuration where the 2 seats are together and the consoles are in the aisle. And then the next row is the opposite where the seats are in the aisle and the consoles are in the middle. So couples should select the forward-facing seats because the rear-facing seats have the seats on the aisle. At number 2, we have Singapore Airlines A380. Just like the others, it has the 1-2-1 configuration with all-aisle access. Seating is made with Italian leather, so you get that really luxurious feel. All the seats on the individual rows, the window seats, are true window seats for extra privacy. So just like we were discussing with United, where the individual aisles alternate configuration, so you may get window seats where the seat is on the aisle and between you and the window you have the console, but not on Singapore Airlines. They're all set up the same way. So you're always guaranteed to have a maximum amount of privacy. And you can also see in the bottom right-hand corner, they don't, again, in the middle section have the staggered configuration. They're all set up the same way where the middle seats are together. and those do convert into a double bed, which is a great perk for families or couples. And Singapore Airlines has the widest variety of meal choices that I've ever seen, which will lead into our tip for Singapore Airlines, which is go online at least 24 hours prior to departure to reserve your meal, and you'll see you'll get between 10 and 15 choices, which is amazing. And finally, at number 1, we have Qatar's QSuite. This is truly unique, and there's nothing else like it on the market at this time, where just like Etihad, they offer the forward and rear-facing seats, but you can actually convert those into what's called a quad. You'll see that in the bottom left-hand corner photo there, where you can remove the privacy panel and you can interact as a foursome. So this is great for families or business colleagues who want to be able to work or meet during the flight. And opposite to that, just like Etihad as well, they also offer an extra sliding door for additional privacy to give you the feeling of being in a suite, which is what you'd normally find in first class. They also have a really large entertainment display, which is 20 inches. So that's one of the larger ones for business class. So if the entertainment is important to you, you may want to look at Qatar. The tip is choose the rear-facing seats in the middle section, which convert into a double bed. So like we've seen before with some other airlines where they have the staggering configuration, Qatar staggers them the same way, where you have the 2 seats together. So those are the rear-facing seats, and the ones that face forward give you more privacy, where you have the console in the middle section. Thanks for joining this episode of Travel Tutor. Let us know in the comments below if you have any questions and if there's any topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes. And please be sure to click on subscribe. We're here to help you get the most out of booking your travel.